Hi everybody and welcome to SA Rugby Magazine. As usual, I've got Zelen Nell, I call him Zorro, and Mark Johan, I call him Papa Smurf, for obvious reasons. We got New Zealand versus Argentina.
In Hamilton.
And I bet I got that right last week.
3,000 rand you made on a 300 rand bet. Fantastic. Well done,
I
eh?
saw the betting slip.
That'll get me an 18 egg omelet according to Fat Boy Slim out there.
Yeah, $1,000 is a lot of money, eh? I don't know people who say, what's 1,000 rand?
Well, 1,000 rand is about a good meal, 2 decent bottles of wine, and about 5 beers in South Africa.
Well,
and a 3 egg omelet.
I think if you go to Checkers, it's worth a lot more. So, and that's what people forget.
Yeah.
$1,000 to be won if you get the right score, obviously pick the right team as well, and you can win. And I mean, it's a great giveaway that you're giving on Moneyman and SA Rugby. 13 people won last week of 15,000 that entered, and so it goes to a great cause. It goes to yourself and shows us that you know your rugger. So well done there, Kevy.
And for anybody else out there eating 6 egg omelets, I would look at your cholesterol levels, check your lifestyle, and if it's that insignificant, then put up the same price.
Yeah, and you know what? We have a guy in our office who'd say one word to describe you. He would just call you a. So, moving on.
I wouldn't say that.
No, his name is Acer.
No. I just say the guy's misguided and a troll. I would say a troll. Anyway,
All Blacks.
he's an All Black, yeah.
All Blacks Argentina in New Zealand, Kev. I know you're going to, I mean, we're going to take your cue on this because you're the man who made the money.
Well, there's 2 things going against Argentina this weekend. The one is that they've now had back-to-back victories there against Australia and Argentina, and they'll feel that they've accomplished what they need to accomplish. It's going to be tough to beat New Zealand again, but it wouldn't shock me. I don't think it won't be a blowout. Argentina are a better side. They're a better side than people think. And the bet I like is there's a 14.5 handicap for almost even money. So I'm going to take Argentina plus 14.5 for 2,000 rand, an 18 egg omelet, we'll call it.
I mean, wow. I mean, I agree with that. I think New Zealand wins this match, but I think 14 points is too many. I think Fozzie's guys bounce back, but I also don't see them smashing Argentina. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it earlier. 25-15 to Argentina in Australia 2 years ago, and a week later they lost 38-0. That Argentinian side had partied all week, and that New Zealand side was probably slightly better, even though they were quite poor. This New Zealand side isn't better. This Argentinian side is a different coach. They're far more focused. If you look at the Jaguars when they played, they really flourished on the road. These guys like to be away from home.
Well, they're never at home.
And I don't think Argentina will win, but I don't think New Zealand will win because they will have improved significantly.
Yeah.
I just think emotionally they would have taken a lot out of them. They're in Hickville, Hamilton. The cowbells are going to get them as well. They'll put on a few delights for them pre-match and post-match.
Yeah.
They get out of New Zealand 1 from 2. It's like New Zealand got out of South Africa 1 from 2. They thought they were victors. I think it'll be good enough for them. But if this was being played on neutral ground or in Buenos Aires, I'd be taking Argentina to win this game and win it quite comfortably.
Cool.
I think that second 40 of theirs showed them the 19-3. Basically, they were 15-6 down to win at 25-18, and New Zealand was never going to get close. They were playing for a draw in the end. So hugely impressed with Argentina, given they don't play as the Jaguars anymore. They play all over the world. They never are at home. And for them to have hammered Australia 48-17, beaten New Zealand, come from behind to beat Scotland in a series 2-1, and the way they won that third test, they're 31-14 down, and came back and won in the last minute. There's something quite special brewing there at the moment, and it sets up 2 really fantastic games for the Boks at the end, one in South Africa and one in Argentina. And they're normally the ho-hum games of the tournament. They could be the championship deciders, mate.
This guy's already got money in Argentina to win the whole thing.
You know, the bet I like, you know, have you not found that the haka recently is about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop?
Oh, no, it looks more like the hokey pokey to me, but
I mean, no one's intimidated by it. I mean, there's a certain allure and a certain magic lost by the All Blacks. And the bet I like, at 13-1, you can still get 13-1, folks, on Argentina to win this championship. Now, if they pox a win against New Zealand, it's not even a pox. If they play up to their potential, and Foster coaches to his potential, which is a miracle that he's still the coach. He shouldn't be the coach. It's a good bet because South Africa could lose both games to Argentina, a very improving side. And I've taken that for 500 rand. Pays back 6,000. What's it pay back? 6,500. So I like that bet very much. And I just cannot see. I see Australia beating New Zealand once, and I see Argentina beating South Africa twice. You know, so, and I see Australia beating
South Africa. So that's the end of us now. Eh?
We're done. That's
you've
it.
done
Game
it. So
over. I can't believe it, Kev.
5 defeats in a row. Wow. Okay.
No, but I want South Africa to win. You know that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
My blood is red and green. What would that make it? Orange?
Purple.
Orange.
Right, but thanks for giving us that optimism, the enthusiasm for the rest of the campaign.
Look at the changes, Mark. Look at all the changes.
Love
They're
the
missing
changes.
Anne. You know, look. There's a few injuries, and the Boks will be a much better side at the World Cup. But Niebauer in charge is the wrong guy. His record shows that. Their selections have been bad. And we're going to have a bit more youthful exuberance, but yeah, Australia's got a settled side, and they have been improving. They've been on an upward trend. We were at the pinnacle of our upward trend when we beat New Zealand, and we failed in our selections, and we failed in our executions with a little bit of poor refereeing involved to take over the mantle as that team. And ever since then, it's just been a downward spiral.
Look, Australia always feels like they improve in their players. I think they got the wood on us. They never won a game basically after beating us last year. They went on tour, they lost 3 in a row. They started here, they lost 2 out of the 3 to England. Got smashed in that second test in Argentina, came from behind to win that first test, and then looked like geniuses for 75 minutes against us.
Yeah.
So they believe they've got a way that they play against us that we just can't handle.
It's the magic of the mustache.
Called the intelligence.
It wasn't an 8-point game. I mean, that's incredibly flattering. It's like it was like putting lipstick on a pig for the last 10 minutes, and that's what we were. You know, we were a presentable pig.
Don't worry though, Boks will bounce back.
Boks will bounce back.
It's
Be
coming.
optimistic.
Yeah.
There's Kane and Moody's going to do special things.
Big things.
Dion Ferreira's going to be over that ball,
Exactly.
slowing it down, making his line-out throws magnificently. Just 2 ball, nothing further. Just pop him in there, get it. I'm excited about Saturday because you know what? We've won 4 out of 30. We keep on talking about it, and if it's 4 out of 31, whoopee-doo. 5 out of 31, it becomes a famous win.
Yes. Also, I feel like the guys that have been pushed into the lineup this week, it really is make or break for some of them, specifically talking about Jesse Creel. And I feel like he has to respond this week, and I'm hopeful that he will. I think we are going to miss Lucanio, but there's a great opportunity here for Jesse to really write his name down in that World Cup squad for next year and prove that he can fill
Mate, he's written down in that World Cup squad. If you had said it was Evan Riss, I'd say, yeah, he needs to make sure he does it in his second test.
Yeah.
Jesse Creel's 50-odd tests. He's going to the World Cup, mate. I hope he has a good game.
Me
though.
too.
That's at 13.
Yeah,
But we
exactly.
do miss Lucanio Arm's defensive organisation.
Massive.
Just his rugby intelligence. He's the best outside centre in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
But I do think this Moody chap just gives us raw power, enthusiasm. He is one of the great stories of world rugby this year.
Yeah.
Went to Boland Lumpo in the Western Cape, went to the Bulls, wasn't on anyone's radar. Jake picked him in the URC. Kurtley Arendse got injured, picked him. Kurtley Arendse couldn't get back in. He kept him there. Then they both played, and he's just been sensational. Got concussed, didn't go with the under-20s, and was drafted. I would have played him last week against Australia.
Spot on.
A like-for-like replacement for
Spot on.
Colby.
Yeah.
And Kirby Arendse in terms of the energy and intensity, but he's a hell of a strong boy and makes some big tackles. I'm excited to see him play, and then obviously Damian Willemse at 10. I just want Damian to just be natural and to control his game.
And also show that he can stick to the script. You know, the questions around him are, he's a freestyler, he's a maverick, this is going to happen. Guys,
and if he shanks the first 2 kicks,
exactly,
who cares? Because no one cares when Andre Pollard shanks the first 2.
Well, that's part of what cost, you know, if you look at the way Argentina came back from New Zealand, you know, they were down by 9 points, 15-6, became 15-9, became 15-12, and that's how they built the score. That's how they got back into the game. Whereas Pollard missed 2 sitters.
Yeah, and it's scoreboard pressure as well. And South Africa's, if you go back to the...
In fact, we should go to a field. We should go to a field, put the ball where it is, and I guarantee you I'm making both of those.
Well, all right. How much are you paying Andre Pollard if you don't?
I'll pay him 10,000 rand.
There you go. Andre Pollard's got some pocket money, because I'm guaranteeing you don't make those 2 from those specific positions.
Okay.
I'm back in Pollard here.
I'm going to say Pollard is going to kick your ass on this one.
Well, I'm not kicking against him. I'm just saying I'm going to put the ball where he...
And you're going to kick him through the pole?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In your sneakers?
Challenge accepted. Get a pair of boots.
I'll get a pair of boots.
Okay,
Proper
let's
boots.
see it happen.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, we'll do the video next week.
Fantastic. Okay. We'll have to do it on Monday because you're off to London on Tuesday.
I might have to stretch though.
So Monday is the big challenge. Money Man goes up against Pollard.
I'll do it with a beer and a cigarette.
Wow.
How's that?
Spillage.
No, I can't. Well, I don't know how far out it was, but you know.
He's going to
I don't know
start
how
saying,
far out it
Jesus, I
was."
didn't realize it was that angled and that far.
60 meters.
Looks different on the telly. Great challenge.
That's my challenge.
All right. So Andre Pollard, you'll have 10,000 rand.
Please send your bank details now.
You'll have 10,000 rand, some petty cash for next week.
Well, I'll donate 10,000 rand to a charity of his cause.
Okay.
He doesn't need the money.
He doesn't need the cash, but
I love this.
maybe his PTY Limited does. So 10 grand. Okay, so you're going to be down a few grand this week because of someone's going to get the right score, and you're definitely going to be down 10 grand. I love your benevolence. Thanks.
So last week I was down 13 6-egg omelets.
All right. It's a lot of eggs, eh?
It is.
But listen, I'm going to see you on Sunday down at those fields
can't
training,
wait.
at the international school. It's going to be classic, man. And then the week when you come back from London, I'll just get a little session for you against Frans Malherbe.
Just keep
to
in
see
mind.
your technique. As a
Mate, there's no
loop
space in the studio for crutches, so just keep it tidy there.
I don't want nothing to do with Mojave. You'll kill me.
and we may just, in the course of the next 2 months, we may just arrange a little session for you out in Belleville. Get a little bit of that intensity of what goes on at the bottom of a ruck.
Yeah, no, I've been at the bottom of
Jump in the
many.
lineup, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Money
Well,
Man strikes.
I will do the Pollard challenge.
All right.
And we'll see what we can do.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Box by less than 10 or by 10.
I'm going to go Australia by 3, and I think New Zealand by 8.
Okay, I've got New Zealand by 9, and I'm going to take the Springboks by 6.
I got New Zealand by 11, but he's got a great score that he's putting out there. It's apparently going to be a festival in Hamilton. What was it? 39.
No, the camera
30.
doesn't pick up the word 3, so it sounds like 39-30. What I said was 29-20.
But both of you were spot on last week with 8 points. So listen to those guys. But if you just have patriotic optimism, listen to me. Go green, don't go gold.
He said holding a red.
Anyway, folks, may every bet be a winning one this weekend. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.